You know how Franklin Templeton did some tokenization on the Stellar chain and it was big news? Well, what if I told you that Franklin Templeton just gave out a crypto recommendation for the one that they think is going to moon next? Speaking of XLM, guess what? We've got a class action lawsuit deeming XLM an unregistered security. We're also going to talk XLM price action in this XLM-centric video. Viewers' comments come first because, yes, you matter most and you're not my wife. Simon Caradice, who we don't always agree, but I gotta agree with him on this one, says Saylor sounds like a man on the edge. He sounds like a man who invested over $500 million in Bitcoin. What a low-life punk trying to crash everyone's money while his cash remains safe. Dude, Simon, he invested way more than $500,000 freaking dollars. Josh Sanchez, thank you channel members out there for your support, says, congratulations, now get your ass back to the crypto dungeon. Really, congrats. Yeah, I did a race yesterday, ended up first in my age group, and it was just a training race. I didn't even like tape or anything for it, I just did it. And then, here's the best part, I ran for 2 hours more after the race. Let's get into some juicy news. Bitcoin sitting at 63,768, 3138 is ETH. BNB 586, XRP trains leaving the station. Choo choo, bitches. 52.7. XLM we're going to talk about a lot in this video at 10.9. By the way, ICP 1290. Anyone still playing the ICP to $20 move? All right. Franklin Templeton did a lot of tokenization with Stellar, and people are like, yo, this is a juicy partnership. That means Franklin Templeton is totally on our side. Except for they now recommend Solana. Franklin Templeton predicts the next biggest altcoin after BTC and ETH is going to be Sol. Franklin Templeton believes that altcoin Sol, which powers high-speed blockchain in the same name, has the potential to become the third largest crypto. The optimistic view comes after a recent analysis by the firm's crypto assets unit, highlighting Solana's growth. The report details a significant increase in both total fees collected and decentralized exchange volume on altcoin Solana's network over the past year. Analysts at Franklin Templeton attribute this growth to Solana's network effects, which strengthen as more users join the ecosystem. Taking a look at Solana, we see Solana at 145, but at one time, not too long ago, yeah, like a couple weeks ago, it was ready to touch 200. Now, speaking of touching things, no, I'm not talking about Pornhub this morning. I'm talking about you touching the subscribe button because we're almost at 20,000 views. I found this story very interesting because partnerships really don't mean crap in the crypto world. Franklin Templeton does a whole bunch of tokenization with Stellar Chain, and I think that's good. But now Franklin Templeton's crypto unit is like, you know what's going to be the next biggest thing? Solana. Yeah, they go into that, and you're welcome to read more on why they think Solana is going to be it, because as always, any article you see in this video will be linked in the description below. All right, now let's talk about XLM and this new lawsuit, because you know what? There's going to be a bunch more where this came from, because I want you to think of everyone over the last, say, 4 years, 2 years, 3 years. You pick a time frame. How many people are in the red? And then of those people that are in the red, how many of them you think are going to go to the courts, whine, complain, and file lawsuits? Well, a shitload of them. We live in the United States. Coinbase faces a new lawsuit that claims Solana, Matic, Near, Mana, Algo, Uni, and XLM are Securities, Tezos as well. Oh, not good. Coinbase Crypto Exchange and its CEO Brian Armstrong face a new lawsuit that claims that those are unregistered securities. The class action lawsuit alleges that investors were deceived into buying securities and claims that the company's business model is illegal. According to the lawsuit, its entire business model has been built upon a lie and a dream. The lie is, we do not sell securities, and the dream is that knowing it would eventually be caught in a lie. Well, let's take a look at the lawsuit because, yes, I have this. Now, they talk about Stellar Lumens, and let me just read this part to you here really quick, and I want you to think about this, okay? Don't think about the lawsuit. I just want you to think of, are we going to have more instances like this? It says, Stellar Lumens, this was the number 7th one that they picked out specifically as an asset that is a security. Stellar Lumens XLM is a digital asset security that was listed on Coinbase during the class period. Coinbase describes XLM as Stellar's cryptocurrency. The Stellar Lumen powers a Stellar payment network, and Stellar aims to connect banks, payment system, and individuals quickly and reliably. During the class action period, members of the class, including Plaintiff Cordy, invested in XLM tokens on the Coinbase digital asset platform by exchanging money for digital assets and for XLM tokens and paid Coinbase a fee for executing this. XLM token investor Coinbase digital asset platform users expected to earn profits through the appreciation of the value of their XLM tokens, which they expected as a result predominantly, if not solely, from the efforts of XLM's creator, developer, and issuer. All right, let me ask you a real quick question. How many of you got into XLM with the expectation that you were going to make money? Raise your hand. Yeah, it's like everyone, right? So basically what they're saying is, dude, if you got into XLM through Coinbase with the expectation of making money, and honestly, let's be real here, who thought that the XLM pump was going to come from dev news, right? They're saying, hey, that XLM's creator, developers, and issuers are the ones responsible for growth. Unregistered securities. Now, did it have an effect on the price of XLM? No, which is good. Oh, and by the way, for those of you out there that are like, bro, this is BS, this isn't a new lawsuit, you're full of crap. Well, this was filed May 3rd of 2024. So, yeah, I was racing yesterday, so I couldn't get to the story, but yeah, May 3rd. So this is a brand new class action lawsuit. Not good. Going over to price action of XLM. All right, so what I have up on the screen is the price of XLM for the year. Now, there were some opportunities here to take some really juicy profits. If you think about it, you could have played a 40% hit on XLM here at the beginning of March. Now, since that time period where XLM got it to almost 16 cents, it is now pulled back to under 11 cents. What's interesting about this is the volume has gone back to quiet. Was it okay, decent during this pump? Yeah, it was decent, but it wasn't the best. In fact, other altcoins performed way, way better. Now, what you could see is since the Torres action here on the left hand of the screen, the ETF news right here, and all of a sudden the pump news in March, it's gotten less and less exciting, right? The peaks have become less and less. Meanwhile, XLM is fighting, but staying above 10 cents. That is key because last year when we were reporting on XLM, guess what? We were way below that 10 cents for a good chunk of time. So what you have to start asking yourself is this. Is the new floor for XLM 10 cents? If you're looking to buy and make short-term juicy goodiness, is your target subset 10 cents with the sell target at 14 or 15? Let me know how you're playing XLM in the comments below. And let me know what you think about Franklin Templeton, who partnered with Stellar to do a bunch of token assetization, right, on their chain. And how do you feel about the XLM Coinbase unregistered securities saying that, hey, people that got into XLM were expecting profits, and it's an unregistered security. Now I'm going to be honest with you. Am I worried about this lawsuit in particular, in specific? No, I'm not. But what I am worried about is the greed of people in the United States and the stupidity of people in the United States that sue over every damn little thing. This lawsuit here, right, this class action lawsuit, do you know how many other people are going to get into class action lawsuits? You know how many more class action lawsuits are going to get started from other jurisdictions? You know how many lawyers are going to want to take class action lawsuits going after Coinbase and the assets it's issued? Dude, Coinbase is making billions now. So if there's a big piggy bank out there, you know the lawyers are going to want to get into it. So this lawsuit specifically does not bother me. But what bothers me is how many other XLM holders out there are in the red big time. How many XLM holders out there were expecting big juicy profits and didn't get jack shit because the price sucks? Now, you have to ask yourself, how many of those people are going to file class action lawsuits and try to get a bite out of the Coinbase and Stellar XLM pie? We know in the United States there's going to be plenty of lawsuits filed. And that's what scares me. It's not this lawsuit, but the fact that this can be perpetuated over and over and over again. And that's where the fear comes. Until we get updated regs and all this, and until we get better classifications of this stuff, people are going to keep saying, hey, I didn't make money. It was an unregistered security. You lied to me. I want a piece of your money. Welcome to the way of the United States. Now, today is Sunday, typically days of rest, but not for this guy. I did run over 3 hours yesterday, and today I'm going to back it up with even more. Why? Because I've got the Carolina Death Race coming up here in about 6 weeks. One of the hottest races in the South with over a 50% DNF rate. For those of you not understand racing, 50% of the people that enter that race don't even finish it. In fact, most people bail out after lap 3 or 4 on this 12-lap summer challenge. So I'm going to run today, get a little bit of practicing in. Probably going to go out and maybe booze it up with the family a little bit and celebrate yesterday's juicy victory. First place in the age group. Not bad for the old guys. What are you doing this Sunday? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you cool cats later, as the White Sox actually won a game yesterday.